My name is Eunice Njeri, and this is Hustle Zetu. This is our winning brand segment, and we shall be bringing you a story of a lawyer, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Her name is Wanjiko Wamai, but I will give her the pleasure to introduce herself to you. Karibu sana.
Asante Eunice. My name is Wanjiko Amai Angela. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, practicing here in my hometown and elsewhere in Kenya.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
High courts are everywhere in Kenya.
Okay.
I am a mother of 2 children, a boy and a girl.
Wow, nice. Okay. So, Wanjiko Wamai, you are a brand quite well known in Nakuru City. Now, law is quite wide. What is your specialty?
Yes, I call myself a general practitioner,
Okay.
a GP,
A GP.
doctors, but I have an inkling in conveyancing.
Okay.
It's about passing title from one person to the other.
Okay.
And family law.
Mm-hmm.
So issues dealing with succession, divorce, children.
Mm-hmm.
I have an inkling. I also love criminal law,
Mm-hmm.
only that it has its peculiarity.
Mm-hmm. Which peculiarities are those for people to understand?
Those are my own realities in terms of sometimes I find it difficult to
Mm-hmm.
deal with cases of defilement
Oh, okay.
and rape.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you should not choose your plans or the law or the kind of practice you want to do. So yes, I love criminal law, but it has its peculiarities to me.
To you.
Yes.
So you really not want to delve or grow into criminal law?
Not as such.
Not
So I
as
like
such.
it. I like the law.
You like
The
it?
practice is what I would be a bit hesitant on certain areas, not everything.
On certain areas?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, what inspired you to get into law, choosing a career in law?
To speak the truth, I never wanted to become a lawyer.
Okay.
I wanted to become a journalist,
Wow,
a broadcaster.
Nice. So you'd be sitting here and I maybe on the other side.
Yes, yes. My reason for being a lawyer was my father.
Okay.
He did not understand how you get a career that you cannot employ yourself. So he wondered. So you're a journalist, and then how do you employ yourself? But in the real sense, I think I was living his dream. At some point, he kept saying that he would have wanted to be a lawyer.
Him,
yes, my father.
Okay.
He's late now, 3 years. So what he did is that I was adamant not to do law. He called a lawyer friend of his, they were village mates, who would usually come to visit us. So it was not a wonder that on this particular day he came. So he thought it was just a usual visit. Then he sat me down and he told me that he hears that I do not want to pursue law. And the reason why, so I told him that this is a profession for liars.
Interesting.
And he proceeded to give me a lecture. So I reluctantly changed my mind. Number one, for not wanting to go against my parents' wishes. We are children of those days that you don't
You
go
have to
against.
obey, exactly.
You do not disobey.
Your parents, yes.
And then, so that's how I ended up taking law. And I thought to myself that anyway, I'll go fail, and my father will see why I never wanted to do law. So when I went to law school, number one, I passed all my exams. And number two, I ended up liking it. The rest is history. And I thank him for seeing something that I had not seen in myself. There is what perhaps he had seen in me.
Yeah,
I had not seen in myself. And I thank him every day because right now I don't know what other career I would have been. I would have taken.
So you're very happy pursuing
Absolutely.
and practicing law.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So did you always start here? You have a very large office. Did you always start here, Ama? Were you employed at some point and then now decided I want to go solo? How was that journey like for you?
It's been a journey. And at that time when I was practicing, the law was that you have to be employed or to practice under somebody for 2 years before you can open your own law firm.
Okay. Like a requirement.
It was a requirement.
Okay.
But it changed over time. So when I finished law school and I was admitted to the bar, I was employed by, I was employed in a law firm by Kamonjo Kiburi.
Here in Nakuru?
Here in Nakuru, yes.
Okay.
But at that time, the law had changed now that I could
venture into your own?
Yes, immediately after law school.
Okay.
So after 9 months, I decided to venture on my own, but in partnership with a good friend of mine called Janinjagwa.
Okay.
She just called me one day from her. She had circumstances were that her employer passed on suddenly, so she was left in limbo. So she started her own outfit in her own name.
Okay.
Then one day, as she was seated in her office, she just called me and said, "It's very sunny out here, and I have gone around visiting Nakuru town. I've seen some space. Come over." So I went to Ereto where she had seen some space, and she said, "What do you think about this space? Maybe we could start something."
Yeah.
And that's how Janinjagwa and Company Advocates was born. Then eventually Janinjagwa and Kwama and Company Advocates.
Okay.
And we stayed together for 12 years.
12 years?
Yes.
As women?
Oh, yes, as women.
Wow, nice.
We had grand dreams. I don't know what it is that we thought. So we took a big space. I had my own large office. I was very happy about it. Then we realized that at some point we needed to scale down.
Okay.
Because we were unable to meet
your demands.
Expenses.
Expenses, okay.
And we were just starting. So of course, clientele is not as much.
Yeah, true.
So we found ourselves scaling by half.
What you had?
What we had.
Okay.
And of course, that is or was a learning experience. Because much as there is the profession in it, there's the aspect of business in it as well. It's a business like any other.
It is a business, yes.
Yeah. So the learning of the ropes in the business side, which we were quite green about.
Were you both like new into law? I mean, you had. Did she have any other prior experience?
She's my, like, we finished
school pamoja.
The same year.
Okay, so you were basically walking the waters of now law practice and business on your own afresh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you see, you just venture in. You have no lessons on
on how to run a business.
Yeah, true. Obviously, we made some mistakes.
Actually, those mistakes are, they're stepping stones. You learn, you grow, and this I cannot do anymore because, of course, it has its negative benefits, if I may call it. It has its own negative lessons or something like that.
I'll say that louder. You miss?
I'm also a business lady, so there are things you learn in the process, in the journey, right in the business, that do not do this again. So that was good. So we are now a city.
Yes, we now, as from Janinjagwa, I thought as we were growing together in the career, but also individually.
Okay.
I had started thinking of expanding. Probably she was not in that space at that time.
Okay.
And I felt that I did not want to force her to do things perhaps she was not ready for.
Yeah, true.
But at the same time, I did not want to curtail my dreams and goals, because we were at different levels in our lives also. So I had for some time thought of venturing on my own and starting my own outfit and doing it the way I would have wanted to do it, the way I had envisioned in my mind.
Okay.
But at that point, I was called to take up partnership of a law firm in Nairobi that had a branch in Nakuru to head the Nakuru branch. So without much thought,
You jumped
I
ship.
jumped ship from doing Jaguar, joined Namasaka and Karaoke Advocate, now to head the Nakuru branch. I stayed there for about 1.5 years. I still was not very comfortable because I felt that I was advancing other people's dreams, though I had a big name. Wanjiku in charge of Nakuru branch.
Okay.
But still, I felt I
needed to build yours.
Yes, I was not achieving what I had intended to achieve in terms of expansion. They largely do conveyancing. And yeah, I wanted something for me.
For you. And build your name, and now that's the brand.
Yeah, so one day, one Thursday, one quiet, cold Thursday evening, I just wrote a resignation letter. But I gave notice, 1 month notice.
Yeah, true.
I had started scouting for spaces.
Here now in Nakuru?
Yes.
Okay.
No capital, no nothing.
Just your brain and good name out here.
Just that I hope so.
Yeah.
But, just my dreams, I would say.
Okay.
And I went round. In my mind, I wanted space with a lift to get up for my clients that were not able to do stairs. Yet I was looking at my budget. But anyway, I landed here. It's a whole story.
Yeah.
Because I've had people that have held my hand. And without petitioning or anything, I started.
You set up your desk and rolled.
And not this desk, a small desk that I came with from Jaguar. Not a single computer, no nothing. So I did my first cases on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here you are now.
And here I am.
Wow. Nice. Now that's a beautiful story into you establishing and building your brand. Nakuru City, we are growing. We are almost 1 year old. We expect a lot of investors. How are you positioning yourself in the market to grow this brand and to be able to now get bigger and better in your business?
Yes, yeah. Even as I was thinking of expanding, I had the thought of Nakuru in mind. At some point, I had thought of going to Nairobi because I felt this was rather
too small.
Too small.
Yeah.
With its people, probably not very commercialized.
Yeah, true.
And people in Nairobi refer to Nakuru as up country. You should hear lawyers refer to us as up country.
True.
So for some time, I had harbored the thought of moving to Nairobi. But I was scared. Maybe I am.
The fears that I think.
Ashamed to say that I was scared, but I was scared. I was scared of moving. I had a family, I had children. And perhaps comfort zone, I don't know.
Yeah, true.
But now, with it expanding in a manner in which the trajectory in which it was taking, and eventually it becoming a city, and having some of the amenities that I thought we should have had a long time ago, like an airport.
Yeah, true.
And Nakuru being a central, say like Nakuru town, a central place, it's quite strategically placed, I would say.
Yeah, true.
Nairobi to Nakuru, perhaps Kisumu to Nakuru, Eldoret, it's a central place.
Yeah, true.
I felt that I still feel that way, that expanding commercially as well.
Yeah, true.
With that come different business opportunities.
Yeah,
we have banks, we have businesses. Initially, I felt that most industries or companies begin from Nakuru, they're a bad place, and they move out.
They move out, yeah.
So I'm thinking with it becoming a city and the trajectory in which it has been taken, we are expanding as a town.
Yeah.
So with it, there is needs, I feel, demand for more services than there initially were, in terms of banks, in terms of
corporate institutions.
Yeah, true. So in my mind, even as I was thinking of expanding, I wanted to create a brand that would offer legal services, but in a broad manner. That it becomes a one-stop shop.
Wow, nice.
Like Naivas.
Wow, nice.
You can.
It is very possible.
Get food there, ready-made food. You can get groceries there. You don't have to go to a Pilima market. Then you can get general merchandise there. So here also, I wanted in my mind what I have, and that's what I have created. That this one-stop shop for legal issues you may have. So there's the litigation department. I'll take you around.
Also, you have the department already.
Oh yeah. We have commercial department where you have your registrations of companies and businesses. We have a conveyancing docket where you have your land issues sorted, and also mediation. I'm a certified mediator.
Wow, nice.
So for those matters that really don't need to go to court, we are here. Yes. One-stop shop. That's what I had thought. I had in mind all through, and that's what I have created and continue to.
Now this is what you're truly building now.
Yes.
In maybe a minute or so, what's the difference between a lawyer and an advocate?
All right. Yeah. A lawyer is that person that has gone to law school, graduated, so that's a lawyer.
Yeah.
An advocate has gone further and been admitted and allowed to practice law, licensed to practice law. So meaning in Kenyan scenario, you take a diploma from the Kenya School of Law and that you're admitted to the bar, or rather you're licensed now.
You get practice law. An advocate is a licensed lawyer.
Yes.
Okay.
You are now licensed to present
the High Court
people in court.
Okay, in court.
High Court is there's a court of original jurisdiction. You can start from the High Court, but you have lower courts, and then you have also the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal. Those appeal courts.
Okay.
So to say that you're an advocate of the High Court does not limit you from practicing in all the other courts of law.
Okay.
So you are licensed. You present clientele of people in court.
Wow.
So an advocate is a lawyer.
Okay.
But a lawyer is not necessarily
an advocate. So this is end of part 1. We are going for a small break. Kindly stay with us on this conversation with Wanjiko Wamai Advocates. She is a brand in Nakuru City and she's building her business. If you need any legal problem solved by Wanjiko Wamai Advocates in Nakuru City, we shall be coming back to you with more details on this and this conversation. Thank you. Welcome back to our conversation with Wanjiko Wamai Advocates. I am talking to the managing partner of this amazing law firm right here in Nakuru City, and we shall be talking more and getting to understand Wanjiko Wamai as herself and this brand and what she does. So, karibu sana. Now, we were talking about the difference between a lawyer and an advocate. We are very happy and very proud as women to have our current Chief Justice as a woman. What does it take to really get there as a woman?
That is a topic that I think would take an entire day or two talking about.
Okay.
As a woman, but very briefly. To say first that it doesn't matter whether you're a man or woman.
Okay.
It matters your memory of what you
the practice. Okay.
But that said, it is a win for women because of several things. One, historically, girls were not really educated like boys. Because of the prejudices that were there. So that you find at a certain point, a girl was just married off.
Yeah.
Maybe the boys were given the chance to proceed. The case in point is our late president going back in this history says his sisters never went
to school.
And even for him, but for the fact that perhaps he was a boy, then they were able
he got this
that opportunity. So for those reasons, girls really never progressed to a point where they now
occupy the spaces that they do.
Positions that are happening. But over time, that has changed. We've seen that. And we're seeing now the girl child taking up space, especially these leadership posts that night before, because of the opportunity granted to them to proceed with education. I would say it's a very proud moment for Kenya.
It's a win for the women.
It is
true. Yeah, true.
The Chief Justice is not any other post, post.
He's actually a president.
Yes, and this is the first time we're having a leading Chief Justice.
Yeah, true.
That's a big win.
Yeah, true.
So that the hard one, if you're merited, that's not that you're a man or woman. If you're a woman, it's your dream, you can make it.
So tunaweza kuona miaka zingine.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, indeed.
Why not? Wow.
This is also times back limited career, where you're seeing women coming up, women taking up, having law firms, training in other areas of practice, activism, or also lecturing. Yes,
it's possible. So would you want to cross over to a branch and to a bench? Sorry, would you want to cross over to a bench, and how far would you really want to go?
I'm not really. I've never really been interested in going crossing over to the bench. Bench is
now being
judiciary.
Okay, true.
As a judge or as a magistrate, I've never been interested. I'm comfortable here.
Okay.
I like it here.
You like it here?
I find it more flexible here.
Wow.
Because I love it.
You love flexibility. Now, another question. We see the Law Society of Kenya, taking the government to court on quite a number of issues, like now the recent one, the finance bill. And we know that these are arms of government, the government, the judiciary. But how free is it that Kenya being known for, controlled by the presidency, how fair do we as a people of Kenya get judgment on issues that maybe the Law Society of Kenya sues the government for? How do we as financial benefit from that?
I would say that it's very important for the Law Society of Kenya to be involved in matters that touch the public as a public
custodian or defender.
Issues that may affect the public. And years past, we've had a very vibrant Law Society of Kenya. Remember the likes of Mtaani. That really yes. Dating for we're defending the partner.
True.
So Law Society is just not, it's a body, it's also a defender of the public. It has a very crucial role. That said, we also have had a vibrant judiciary, I would say, and we've seen it morphing to what it has become, especially at the advent of, say, the promulgation of the Constitution in 2010.
Yeah, true.
We've had Mutunda and true. We've also metamorphosized even in terms of the kind of judicial officers we get. And activists will be
Well, albino lady?
Yes. What is her name? Maybe she has seen what she's done with matters touching on public, public funds, public bodies. She's not been very forgiving. So that gives us confidence in the judiciary. And to say that, yes, we have our own issues of corruption, But corruption is everywhere in Kenya. In all departments, I would say public departments. And even as we're having this interview, I urge our leadership and the president to try and see whether we can curb that issue of corruption. Because,
it's really draining.
Yes, and it's not an elephant issue. It just needs an intentional leadership.
Intentional.
So I would want to say that the judiciary perhaps is not as corrupt as the perception that is put out here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm saying
we see, I think, why the public see that we have big guys, guys who can anashikwa na kesi kubwa sana, and yet that person who stole 2 chicken anafungwa. But these guys, how would you explain that? What really happened?
By the time this matter is getting to court, it has passed through, or it involves different organs, probably maybe lands department, the police department, and getting it to the judge. That is the last place it gets for adjudication. The judge also has, or the magistrate, or judicial officer for that matter, the presiding officer for that matter, overlooking that specific issue, has laws that he has to follow, has guidelines that he has to follow. So he will not adjudicate a matter just because the public sees it. It has to be within the law. And if you're going to be within the law, then you have to look into the evidence that has been presented before you, and the facts also. The facts support the evidence that has been brought before you. If it doesn't, however much perhaps
yes,
may not happen. And who produces this evidence? Should be a person taking the matter to court. Perhaps if it involves the police, perhaps if it involves the lands. If there are things that are happening, and we've had judges that say they are not happy with the kind of evidence that has been presented before them, what do you expect? So the judiciary, I'm not saying we don't have what enables. In every sector we do. But it is not as bad as it is portrayed
out here.
And I'm saying that with a lot of authority having practiced the corridors of justice, to some people in justice.
Wow.
I have not had to see any judge or tribe. Never had to see my fellow colleagues compromise a matter. Yet sometimes I get judgments in
Now, with that, what are the guiding ethics and regulations for
and to say about law society, the law society may advance its case to court, but it does not mean they have to win. It's an adversarial system. Winners and losers. So it is the way now the judicial officer there looks at the facts and the evidence. So theirs is to advance the law on behalf of the public or whatever it is that is doing. It is up to the judge to help interpret
what has been presented to them. Wow, nice. That is very, very, very clear. So what are the guiding ethics and regulations for practicing law?
Just like any other profession, we are guided by regulations. And the regulation is that if you want to practice, then you have to have a license. You have to be licensed to practice. So we renew our licenses every year. So if you have not renewed your license, then you are inactive. You are not allowed to present. Also, we have code of conduct, ethics, just to paraphrase, to act with integrity. It's called a number of professions. Integrity, to be honest, you have to communicate, update your client
on the proceedings.
So if you don't do that, then you can be subjected to a disciplinary process. There's a disciplinary commission that handles those issues of misconduct. And also to tell you that we also have a dress code. So every time you see lawyers in that thing. What
is that?
A very expensive one.
Attire. It's called an attire? Or
it's very expensive. It's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
You can elect to practice with it. You can elect not to have it. But
elect.
You can decide.
Okay.
To practice it, you're going to appeal.
And you have to have done that. Well, once you decide to either do it, to have it on or not, what changes?
There are no repercussions, really.
Okay.
It's just like the doctor's white coat.
Oh, okay.
That
they have to have one.
Yes.
Okay.
To signify that you're a doctor.
Okay.
So there are no repercussions.
Okay. So in your many years of experience, could you kindly maybe highlight 2 best moments, 2 worst moments in your law practice?
I've had my highs and lows.
Yeah.
I've had my moments and my lots. So I don't know. I don't remember any instances. Well, of course, when I had my first win in the High Court of a client, I paid my first check of 50,000.
Wow.
That I didn't know which way it would go. I was happy.
You were happy.
I was so happy.
Okay.
I have a positive outcome, how it changes and impacts. That for me is a gratifying moment.
Okay.
Obviously, my low side is when perhaps you've done your best, I've done my best, and I've had to miss a case.
Yeah.
I feel bad on behalf of
the client.
My client, yeah. Or when, what are the other instances? Or when perhaps you think you prepared a client and there is one that was paid for a bit of fees. So when I went to court and presented him a receipt and asked him how much he paid for the services, he said, I did pay. Actually, aliniambia nizilipe akasimamia. So you're there. So sometimes you have, and then also perhaps you had a briefing with your client, not told you the entire truth, and when you hear from the other side,
yeah, true.
You're astounded or you're shocked by what is coming out.
And is it always that a case that Kenya or people being who they are, how often do people really come to you and present the truth to you? How often is that as individuals,
Evidence, according to the public opinion, looks very incriminating or directed towards that one person. How are you able to get the truth from somebody like that?
You may or may not.
You may not.
You may or may not.
You may not. Right.
And your work really is to advance the law on behalf of whoever you assume that whatever matter that is presented to, obviously they're innocent until a judge guilty.
Okay.
And innocence does not mean that they have told you a lie or not, or they have done or not done. It's just that they have not been within what you think they have told you. What does the law say about it? Does the law call you a murderer because perhaps
the public opinion
you caused death? You may cause death through provocation if you are provoked. So are you adjudged a murderer? It may happen out of intoxication. Are you adjudged a murderer? Because there is what the law says murder is.
Or we are guided now by the law.
Yes. Wow. So you have to advance the law on behalf of the client. It's not to say that he's speaking the truth or he's lying about it. No. So you assume that every person that comes to seek your assistance has told you the truth. It's up to you as a lawyer to know to do that truth. In line or in accordance with the law.
Wow. Can we make a closing pitch or look at the camera and tell people about Wanjiku Wamai? Give them your contact and your location, and in detail what you basically do.
Thank you very much, Miss. Wanjiku Wamai is in the business of dispensing legal services to the population. I'm a practitioner of 15 years. I'm a general GP practitioner. I do everything that has law in it. We have various departments in farm. I litigate, I conveyance, I do commercial law. I'm also a certified mediator. So you're all welcome for all your legal issues to consult. We are located at River Business Center. This is the building that houses Naivas on Kenyatta Avenue, opposite CK Patel. We're on 5th floor. Our email address is info@wmi.co.ke. You can get me on 0725 494 368.
So we have come to the end of our conversation on the winning brands segment. Wanjiko Wamai Advocates is a law firm. She has, as she has explained, she takes care of your legal services. So in Nakuru City, in this region, Kericho, Eldoret, places nationally, as she actually mentioned, she has given out her details on how you can reach her for any legal challenge or issue that you want resolved by Wanjiko Wamai. This is a winning brand, and she's doing quite well in Nakuru. Glad to have known her, and I highly recommend her to you who is looking for any issue to be resolved in terms of legal, for you to resolve any legal challenge that you may have. This is the end of this amazing interview with Wanjiko Wamai. Thank you very much. And we close this by saying, let your light shine in the marketplace, doing what you do. My name is Eunice Njeri, and this is Hustles Vetu.